Hi guys, this is Perry of Details Retail. Today we're going to be working on putting some connectors on the back of my LED pod lights. They're waterless, watertight I should say, connectors. They're like automotive style. Um, so we'll see how that goes for you guys, you know. I don't do a lot of soldering. Okay, so here we go. This is a laser pod light. And this is how I had it before on the setup I had done before. And it's really terrible. I mean, it's bad. I mean, you can get away with it, but this time around I'm doing it the right way. I'm not doing the crimp on stuff. And you see I did a step so it wouldn't take, when I put it in the wire loom, that it wouldn't cause a problem. Like if you were to put them next to each other, they wouldn't fit in the wire loom. So I stepped it. So now I'm going to be doing it the right way. I got to cut back on these, well, on the red wire anyways. The red wire on these are positive, and you cannot hook these up backwards. If you hook them up backwards, the LED lights won't work. They're not like the old incandescent bulbs. It didn't matter which way, as long as they could flow through it, it would light up. LEDs don't work in that way. So if you hook something up with an LED and it don't work, it's more likely you got it backwards. So you want to make sure you have the positive to the positive and the negative to the negative. All right, just a little tip, guys. I could probably just cut that off. I just felt better taking the tape off. Therapeutic. What's it? Okay, I get it. I have a hard time talking lately. Must be old age. Well, anyways, we're going to cut my connectors off that were on there. And we're going to do them about the same. I might have an issue with this coating, and I don't have my thing here, so we'll see. Now this wire is it's like an 18 gauge wire. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have a problem already. I'm gonna have to cut this back. I need to have a little more space. So I'm gonna have to cut my casing back, so that way I can slip my gaskets in. This is not going to work the way it is. I'll never be able to get it in my helping hands good enough. Well, I might be able to. Well, let's try it. Worst comes to worst, we end up cutting it off and starting over. I mean, let's give it a go first. See if we fail first. All right. So, yeah, make sure you strip both wires. Twist the wire. Okay. Now you want to get your little guys on. This is to go in the back of the connector. See, this is where I'm talking about. I might have a little problem. Look how tight I am already. So now I'm decided to make these all the male. The male is, you know, like a male, like that. As you guys see that? Okay, now the female has got the hole in it, of course. So the male and female, you know, birds and bees, they go together like that. So, okay, we're gonna put my male in my helping hands from Harbor Freight, $4. It could be better. My soldering pencil, I call it a pencil, it looks like this. This was $4 at Menards. They do have some nicer ones. I had to buy this because it comes with just a little stupid stand, useless. So this is a $4 stand. So everything's like $4. Your helping hands is $4. This is $4. That's $4. They do have some nice soldering stations, but they want a lot of money for them, and I don't do enough soldering to justify that. I mean, if I was doing it all the time, I'd spend the money and get a decent setup. But since I'm not doing it all the time, and what I just did is I just fluxed my wires with just some number 95 flux green stuff. I like the green stuff. I don't like the red cover stuff. And I think there's a yellow. I always go with the green, even green for going for water pipes. It just seems to work better. I don't know why, it just does. Okay, so now we're gonna try to get our helping hands to help us. Oh, I should probably put some flux on that male connector, so that way when it melts, it cleans the metal so the solder sticks to it. Otherwise, sometimes what happens is you'll have all the solder stick to the wire, but not the connector. So there you're stuck then. All right, so we're gonna try get this guy to hold on to it. Let's see. Okay, I got that way. All right. Okay. Okay, I got my soldering iron turned on. I'll get these out of my way. Yes, guys, I am doing this at the kitchen table. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So now you got your flux or your soldering iron. You start melting the flux. That's the first thing. Try not to push too hard on it. Right now you put the solder in, and that's what you melt it, and you flow that baby right on there. So now, guys, since this is the male, not a big deal. The big deal is when you're doing the female, because solder, unbelievably, will flow uphill. I mean, it's one of the few things that gravity doesn't, it defies gravity. And if you fill up your female connector with solder, your male doesn't go in. Then you end up trying to resolder it, but usually you can't get it out once you get the female full, what I found out. So you end up cutting it off and you end up starting it over again. All right, so now we're gonna take this out, get this off this one, and swap them. Get the next male in. All right. I'll give you a close-up on this next one. I'll bring the camera around so you can see it. Hopefully this will, you can see what I'm, oh, let's get some flux on that connector. You know, you don't need a whole lot. So, in fact, the more you put on, the more it drips. It's not always a good thing for that. Okay, so now we want to get that in there. Get my helping hand to hold the wire. This is where I knew it was going to be an issue, because I don't have enough for that wire. It's going to be harder to do it. So, okay, we're maybe doable. All right, here we go. Oh wait, I wanted to show you. Okay, let's bring it in. Okay, I'm gonna bring the camera in. Okay, you see that, guys? See how that is? I know this is really exciting work here. Exciting all the way, huh? All right, let's get after it. All right, now we're going to go down, get some soldering in here. See, the best part of soldering is that it gives you a much better strength to it than if you just crimping, you can usually pull them out. Okay, so now, you know, I got that together. All right, now it's got little tabs on here for you to bend over. And I don't have the best tool for this on my table right now to do that. A little needle nose is better. Bend those guys over and lock it on there. Do whatever, you know, help give it a little more strength. Just like these can be bent over. But now that I got them loaded with solder, they're not going to bend over as easy. The back ones always do. Just like that. You got to crimp over the top. So, yeah. All right, guys, you see? There we go. We'll rip it around. All right. Now I need my male part. The one thing bad about this thing, it does not have a switch to turn off, so it's just sitting here cooking. So I want to make sure I don't run my arm into it. So, otherwise it hurts. All right, these MUI connectors is a brand name. All right, got them off Amazon. They're from China. They have a little clip that you gotta unclip to get this to bend back. You got one side and the other side comes off and goes back on. It's always a trick. Like that. Like that. You see that? Just got those little tabs that click on it. All right, push your raw water thing up to the top. Here again, a little screwdriver would be best, but I don't have one sitting here. Okay. Let's see if I can just jam this in there. Okay, there we go. So I just pushed it against the back side so it sits flush back there. So when you stick in the connector, that's what gives you its water tightness. All right. So, all right, make sure you got the male end, because putting the male pins in a female isn't going to work either. So now, of course, these are labeled on this. They have an A and a B, and I always put the black to the B. You could go either way, whatever you want, but you have to make sure you stay with the way you do it on all of them. So if you're going with black to B, everyone needs to be black to B. All right, so black goes to B. All right, so that goes over here. So that and this one has to go over there. All right, we stick them in like that. You should hear a little click when they go in. Oh, see, click, click. And then they shouldn't come back out very easy. Now these parts here need to be shoved into little holes on the back side. And here again, a screwdriver would be best. And I don't have one sitting here because I'm going to grab one of these male ends and see if I can push it in with that. Or female ends. Just push it in. So what that does, guys, is that keeps the moisture out of the back side, the connector, so you don't get the green goo. Green goo's not good on a connector. You know, when it gets green and fuzzy, that usually means it's not going to connect well with electricity. So, and it means usually you'll have problems. So that's the reason why I'm going this route to begin with, because I don't want to have problems. Okay, so, all right, there it is. I pushed them in. You guys see that? Try to get up to the camera so you'd see. I don't know if, okay. Now you just bend over the clip. Oh, I ran into a problem. See, I didn't foresee that. That little piece in the back here. Okay, guys. Some reason why the GoPro decided it was going to stop recording. That's one thing awesome about GoPros. They do their own thing once in a while. Okay, I made a mistake here, and I'm going to have to remedy my mistake. My clip can't go down, so I'm going to end up having to cut that off. Like, kind of figured we'd have to cut that casing off a little bit. And of course, it would have been easier at the time if I would have done it right away. So we just got to be careful that we don't cut ourselves or wires. We just got to take it back not very far. So just enough so that will come down. All right, let's see if we can peel it off. It's pretty thick. It's a pretty thick coating on it, or casing. Like I said, I don't want to cut the wire itself. So that's the trick. It would have been nicer if I would have done it right away, but I thought I could get away with it. You know the story, guys. We're together on that one. Thought, oh, okay, yeah, we'll just cheat a little, right? Yeah, well, cheating didn't work, did it? Okay, so I had to remove a little bit. So that way, and I'm gonna have to split that wire down a little bit. Okay, so we can get that wire through the connector. So that way it pushes on our things here. And just give me a second, I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Here I'm using the wrong thing again as a tool. Yeah, I do that quite a bit, guys, you know. It's kind of sad sometimes. It's like just go and get the right tool for the job. Well, this, oh, I got this. I got it, right? You got it? Yeah, I got it. Now I just gotta get this. All right, voila. Looks just like this, guys. You can see that. Okay. The GoPro's having a problem again, so. All right, guys, and we're gonna tape this up. Probably should use some wire loom here. We'll try to see about getting some. I know I have some around the house somewhere. I bought like 100 feet of it, so I know I got a little bit. I can never have enough wire loom for jobs, for doing things, because I'm always doing stuff. So the last time I bought 100 feet of it. That's a lot of wire loom. So, of course, I'm just going to tape this for now. Tape it shut. Tape that connector shut so it doesn't open up. Now I come back, wrap around. Just do that. Come back down to the casing. So there we go. All right, that's how it should look. We'll put a little dilithium grease in here, like I said. And then when you get the female done, bam! Slips in, connects. Nothing. Once it's all done, that's the easy part, you know. Doing it the first time like this, you know, takes a little bit of time, some patience. So, but once it's done, that's when it's the best. All right, guys. What we're working on here. Yes, I'm working on stuff in my house. Don't tell nobody. All right, you guys. The GoPro just shut down. This is why I really have a problem with the GoPros. Just out of the blue, it decided, okay, I'm shutting off. So everybody that owns GoPros really know that they're really aggravating. because they'll do things like that. Okay, so now I got this all done. Okay, you want to see? It doesn't look too bad. We'll put a wire loom on it. So we'll be all set then. And all we have to do is bam, and we're good. We're golden, right? So I work on stuff in my house I probably shouldn't. Don't tell anybody. They will, you know, especially, you know, they might think something bad. Oh, look what he's doing. But here you go, guys. All right. This is a carrier rack that I made for our tractor. What happens here is you put a bucket of salt, bucket of salt, bucket of salt. You carry 3 buckets of salt. And up here we put an oscillating light up here because the tractor we have has a soft cab, basically a tent. So, and here's where the pod lights are going to be mounted. So, and they'll be connected into the reverse circuit. So every time the tractor goes into reverse, this is a 739, has a reverse light on it. It'll trigger these pod lights to come on to shine behind us, which would be awesome because the buckets cover up the lights that are there at the tractor. So I just manufactured this myself. This was made out of old brackets for what we had as a computer lab. So I didn't waste any material. I didn't have to buy the material to do it, but I did all the welding and fabbing of it. So that's what that is for. It's gonna be pretty awesome, guys. I don't know if I'll get a video of it or not, but it'll be pretty cool. And I'm thinking maybe I might start selling them. So tell me, tell me what you think. Leave it in the comment box. It would be something. Would you buy one? The reason why I wanted the salt pails is because, you know, when you're dealing with ice or something like that, it's so much nicer if you have the stuff right on board with you. You just get out, throw the salt down, and you don't have to go run back and go get the salt after you run through with the tractor, right? So you got it on board with you. You just have it there and you go. Awesome. Time saving. Worth the money, all right? I think so. Well, anyways, another thing with the oscillating light, I've almost been hit in the parking lot 3 times of people not watching where they're doing and they fly into the parking lot. So I want an oscillating light on it to let everybody know you're there. You know? So, all right, guys. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. We'll take one of those too, you know. Comment if you got any questions or any comments. We'd like to hear from people. And subscribe, please. It helps out the channel, helps me be able to do more stuff. If I have more subscriptions, the better the channel can be. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. God. There it is. It's going to be coming out of reverse. In reverse, the pod light should come on. They come on with the reverse circuit.